Name, Lust Stories 2. Director, Sujoy Ghosh, R. Balki, Amit Sharma, Konkana Sen Sharma. 5 years after the release of Lust Stories Hail made by Anurag Kashyap, Zoya Akhtar, Dibakar Banerjee and Karan Johar, producers Ronnie Screwvala and Ashi Dwasara have now unveiled the second installment of the franchise. Lust Stories 2, directed by Konkana Sen Sharma, R. Balki, Sujoy Ghosh and Amit Ravindranath Sharma, is an anthology that revolves around the subjects of love, lust and desire. Here's what I thought about the 4 short stories in part 2 of this Netflix-backed show. Plot. Lust Stories 2 begins with Balki's approx 25 minutes long film headlined by Mrunal Thakur, Angad Bedi and Neena Gupta, where the latter advocates the need for sexual compatibility for a successful marriage. This is followed by Konkana's short featuring Tilotama Shom and Amruta Subhash. Set in the Maximum City, this one largely focuses on desire, fantasy, and what one does to fulfill it. The third movie in the anthology is directed by Sujoy Ghosh, who has beautifully marinated thriller with the theme of lust, with an unfaithful character at the helm of it. Amidst a little more than 30 minutes portion of Lust Stories 2 stars Kajol and Kumood Mishra. It narrates the story of Devyani Singh, her destiny and why the latter despite all the efforts is still the ultimate truth. What's in your destiny will happen. What's hot? The biggest strength of Lust Stories 2 is the variety of genres that it explores in the approx 2 hour 5 minutes runtime. While Balki has treated the subject with humor, Konkana is exploring the dark side of it in her Tilotama and Amruta-led film. Sujoy doesn't disappoint his fans who would expect thriller in his portion of the film, while Amit combines that with suspense and intense emotions that really leaves you shocked by the end of it. The anthology truly climaxes with a cinematic orgasm, and much of the credit for that goes to Amit and Sujoy's sections of the movie. What I appreciate in the last 2 shots is the use of lust as the core ingredient but not just sticking to it, and elevating the narrative by combining the central theme with other aspects like loyalty, passion, aspiration, greed and treachery. Furthermore, the background music across the 4 shots lend able support to the stories, while the setting in Amit and Sujoy's films with the hero ingredients. Much credit for that should go to the DOPs and production designers. The runtime is apt too, and at no point does any of the films seem stretched or pompous. What's not? While Sujoy and Amit's films go beyond the theme of lust, Balki and Konkana's shots seem limited in imagination. They are more anecdotal than stories. For instance, I was hoping that Balki's directorial in Lust Stories 2 would go a little beyond the theme of sexual compatibility in marriage, but it stays restricted to that throughout. Ditto for Konkana's story. Besides being anecdotal, I couldn't connect to the climax too, as it seemed was drafted just for effect and reaction. When that clearly comes across as when it doesn't work. Even the addition of Mrunal Thakur's English lines while conversing with her on-screen grandmother Neena Gupta seemed forced. Maybe the intention was to showcase a modern family, but for some reason it doesn't come through and seems largely awkward. Performances. Every actor has played there to the T. Neena Gupta is the star of Balki's portion of Lust Stories 2, and pulls off her character with grace. Angad Bedi and Mrunal Thakur deliver a pleasant performance, while Tilotama Shom and Amruta Subhash get into the skin of the character. Amruta in particular really shines in her part. I wonder why no one cast Tamana Bhatia and Vijay Verma together earlier, as they not only make a good on-screen pair but they also emote their individual parts so well. Lastly, both Kajol and Kumood Mishra ace their performance in the anthology. Look out for an array of emotions that Kajol portrays by the end of the film, and how it shifts with every change in the scenario. It says so much about her acting prowess. Final verdict. Despite a few lackluster portions, overall Lust Stories 2 is entertaining and engaging.